Hi, welcome to my channel, Zazaline. My name is Janeta, and as you could see in the preview, we are working on this beautiful bag. This bag is made of old jeans. They were my husband's old jeans, and I was thinking, what shall I make? I didn't want to throw them out, so I got an idea, and this is what came out of it. So if you like this tutorial, please subscribe. I promised my kids if I reached 1,000 subscribers, I will buy them a donut. So I hope you already subscribed, and let's get crafting. So let's go over all the things we will need for this project. So of course you need the pattern, and you will find it on zazalinestudio.com. From the jeans, try to save the 2 pockets because there will be our accent piece on the bag. I have zippers and I will cut them in the length I need, and 8 rivets because we are gonna put them on the pockets. This is optional. You don't have to do it. If you don't have them, that's okay. And if you have your own tag, that would be nice. And that's basically it. We don't really need any hardware for this project. Okay, so we will need interfacing on a few pieces. So it's usually the external pieces. So we will need the A, B, and E panels with interfacing. So you have to cut the pieces for interfacing, and usually it tells you on the pattern a little bit about the pattern. When you cut it out, some pieces are big, they don't fit on one page, so this mark is gonna show you where to connect them together. So you will find BB, the corresponding letters, and then this mark in the middle will help you to put them together like this one. This is a little bigger, that consists of 4 pieces, and you have this circle in the middle so you know where to put them. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, we are gonna prep the strap. So I have 4 pieces here. You can choose any color you want, and we will start with the first one. So they should be all equal sizes, and all we are gonna do is just make a nice long noodle out of it. So you will fold it over, you will do the whole length, and then you are gonna sew. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are gonna braid it later. Okay, so when we are done with all 4 pieces, we will line them up. So make sure the edges where you were sewing, they are facing the same direction. And then put them close together and sew on the edge right here. Just get them together. Okay, so we are gonna braid the 4 pieces like this, and that's why I like one accent color, and I would put it on the not in the middle, but the third from the top, because that way it's gonna run in the middle and it's gonna look pretty. So I will show you how to do it from the beginning. I don't know if you know how to braid from 4 pieces. It's not that difficult. Okay, so when we have these pieces attached, we will take the right side and we will cross over, and then we will go under, and then the left piece will go under and cross over. Then we will take the right piece, we will cross over and under, and the left piece will go under and then we'll cross over. And again, it's gonna go over, so cross over and under and under and cross over and cross over and under and under and cross over and over and under. The left side will go under and cross over. Right side will cross over and under. Left side under and cross over. So when you are done and you are happy how it turned out, the last 4 pieces, one of them is gonna be the longest, but that's okay. We will put them together and take them back to the sewing machine, and again we will connect the edges, so we are gonna make them flat. Okay, so one of the pieces are gonna stick out. That's normal, that's what's supposed to happen. So we can just cut it off. Just make sure they are all secure. So you go over a few times back and forth so it doesn't untie. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. It is a little bit more work, but it's worth it. It looks different, that's what it is. It's gonna be unique, and you can just make a plain strap. That's up to you, but if you decide to do this, great. It's not that difficult. It just it takes a little bit of time. So we have one and we have to make one more. So once we have 2 straps, we will put them on the side and we are gonna bring the panel B and A. So we will put these ones together with the straps. We are gonna measure 3 inches from the side and clip it. For all the European friends out there, 3 inches is about 8 centimeters, 7.5, 8. Then we are gonna grab the other panel, and the good sides are facing each other. So then you're gonna place it on top, make sure the sides are matching, and clip it in place. And now we will take it to the sewing machine, and we are gonna do 1 centimeter seam allowance or 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so we are gonna do both pieces the same, and then when you flip it over, make sure the handle is up, and we are gonna top stitch on the denim right here. Okay, so now we are gonna take the one panel that we just prepped, and we will take the 2 pockets that we saved from the old jeans. And it's up to you. You can do just 1 in the middle, or you can do 2 next to each other. So I have decided to put just 1 pocket in because the pocket is quite large. This is from my husband's jeans, and he has a big butt. Sorry, my husband. So once this side is done, we will switch it to the other panel, and we are gonna work on the other pocket. And now we are gonna grab the panel E. So the E panel is the outside pocket, and I have 3 pieces here. So I have the outer lining, oh no, the outer fabric, so this is the outside of the pocket, and it has the interfacing on it, lining, and then I cut out a little piece that is exactly the same size as the top piece. And what I'm gonna do, I will trace this image, this guideline on the interfacing, so then we can transfer that on the pocket. Okay, so once we trace it, we are gonna put this paper on the side, And now we will have, and this is important, the lining is gonna be facing down. Okay, so if you have a print, the right side down. Then we have the other side, or the interfacing, and we are gonna place it, sorry, it was this way. We will place it on top of the edge, and it's the glue side down. And then we will just glue it together. Fuse it, that's the right name, fuse it. And you have to make sure that you have 1 inch from the top. Okay, so before you fuse it, before you use the iron, just measure it. Make sure that it's 1 inch from the top, and if you follow the design, it should be around 1 inch from the sides. Okay, and fuse it. Use the hot iron. Okay, done. Now we are gonna take the good side up and good side down. Line them up. Use your clips. And now just follow the outer line. Just do a rectangle. Just follow exactly. A little tip, when you are in these corners, make sure your needle is down, and then turn around, needle down, turn around, and just follow the line. So you start in the corner and the needle is down in the corner. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right in the corner. Okay, so now we are gonna bend it down, and we are gonna do a little cut in the middle where the line is, just a little. You open it up and you follow the line, and then go all the way to the end. Make sure you don't cut the thread, the stitches, but try to get as close as possible. And the same on the other side. Now when it looks like this, you will take this lining and you will flip it inside out. Now the iron is going to be handy. Now we are gonna grab a zipper and we will put the cut on top of the zipper so we can see it. Now we will need pins to pin it in place. If you do have double-sided tape, it's gonna help you a lot. If you don't, that's okay. It just, you will have to put lots of pins in to keep it in place. So I usually put the double-sided tape on the edge of the zipper. Then you're gonna peel it off. And let's do one side at a time. And I'm still gonna put some pins in just to secure it in place. And you will have to change your zipper foot. So when the zipper is in place, we are gonna turn it over, and the excess zipper, so these little excess pieces, we will cut off on both sides. Okay, now we are gonna need the iron, and we will fold it a little bit, about 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch, and let's press it down. That's why we needed the 1 inch from each side, because we need to fold this down. So when you fold it over, you're gonna take it to the machine and you're gonna go around all 4 sides at 3 millimeters. Try to get to the edge as much as you can and make a nice stitching, because that's what's gonna show on the pocket. So when your pocket is done, it's supposed to look like this on the inside and outside. We are going to grab the other panel that we prepared earlier. And we are going to do the placement. So again, try to make it in the middle. You can measure or just wing it. I'm just going to quickly measure it. So let's see, we have about 4 inches from one side and 4 inches from the other side. Okay, so it's sitting right in between the handles, and I will go again about 1/2 inch from the top, the same what I did on the other side, and we will secure it in place with pins. And we are going to take it back to the machine, and we are going to try to make one more line right next to it. So about 3 more millimeters over, which would be 1/8 of an inch. And we are going to do all 4 sides. So when this piece is done, the pocket is secured. We have the lining on the inside, and it looks beautiful. We are gonna put it on the side, and we are gonna grab the panel C, which is the lining, and also the zipper pocket that will be inside. So this is the inside pocket. And we will repeat the same what we did before. So let's grab our guide, and we will place it where it's supposed to be. So we have another piece of interfacing, and that's why I picked this interfacing, because it's see-through and we can easily trace the image. So let's put the piece to the top, and we will do some tracing. Okay, and make sure the glue dots are on the bottom, so the smooth side up, otherwise it's going to be very hard to trace. Okay, so let's take the interfacing with the traced image, and we are gonna grab our pocket, which is the F panel. So we would like to have 1.5 inch from the edge to the top of the rectangle. So let's measure 1.5 inch and 1.5 inch, and that's where it is. And we can take our good iron and press it down. Make sure the glue dots are on the bottom so it doesn't get stuck on your iron. Okay, so once we have the interfacing glued to the panel, we will measure 3.5 inches from the top to the top. So this is 3.5 inches, And let's make sure we have the same on the sides. So we need about 4 inches from the sides. It's not gonna be full 4 inches. Close to 4 and close to 4. Okay, and 3.5 inches would be 9 centimeters. So let's secure this in place with the pins. Okay, so the wrong side down and right side up. And now let's go back to the machine, and again we want to do a nice rectangle, and in the corners you want to have the needle in when you are turning the fabric. Okay, so we can remove the pins, and we are gonna bend the fabric. Make sure it's in half so you don't go on an angle, and you just want to do a little cut. Okay, so just one little cut in the middle, just so you have the opening. And then let's follow the line. And again, you want to get to the corners as close as you can without actually cutting the thread, the stitch. And that's why it's so important to have the needle in when we are turning. Okay, when it's cut, you will take the piece and flip it over. And the same what we did before. So grab a zipper, and again, if you have double-sided tape, that's gonna help you a lot. And I usually like to place the tape on the very bottom, the edge of the zipper. It doesn't have to be end to end. Once you are happy with the placement, we will take it to the machine and do a rectangle. So we will go around, and you probably want to change into zipper foot. So once your zipper is attached, you will flip it over, and now we are gonna create the pocket. So you are gonna go to the top edge of the panel, and let's clip it in place. Now we are gonna sew the 3 sides at 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Okay, so the pocket is done. So we did secure it from all the sides, and now we have a nice pocket. It's nicer when you use a little different lining for the pocket. And now we will put this on a side. Okay, so this part is optional. I would like to add a little blink to the bag. So I'm gonna add rivets on top, and also my tag, which is gonna be up here. So, but this is optional. If you don't want to do this, you can skip it. Okay, so let's prep the zipper. That's the longest side zipper on the top of the bag, and we will need 2 pieces. So we are looking at the wrong side. No, sorry, the right side. We are looking at the right side, and we will wrap it around. And we will do the same on the other side. So again, you are looking at the good side up, and we will sandwich the zipper in between. So now we are looking at the wrong sides. Now we will take it to the machine and stitch at the very end. So we will do about 1 centimeter, which is 3/8 of an inch. So both sides are done. Now we will open it up. So now we are gonna grab the pieces, so the main panel and the lining. And what we are gonna do, we will put this down. We will take our zipper, and the puller is on the left side. And now we are gonna flip it down, so the puller is down. And let's find the midline. And we are gonna do a tiny, tiny little snip, just very, very small. Okay, just so we can see where the midline is. We will do the same thing with the main panel. And again, just tiny, tiny little snip. Okay, now let's place the zipper down. Align the notches. Now we are gonna take the lining, and it's gonna be the long side of the lining, not the short one. And again, we are gonna find the midline. I think I have my midline already done. It's right in here. I will do tiny little snip, even though I already have the midline. And now we are gonna place it the good side or the right side down. So the right sides are facing each other. Okay, and now we will take it to the sewing machine, and we are gonna go 1 centimeter seam allowance, or 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so when you are done, you will open it up. So you can see again the top of the zipper. You will grab your other panel, make sure the handle or the strap is down. You mark your midline, and again, line up the notches, clip it in place. And you can flip it over so you can see the lining. And we are gonna take the lining with the pocket that we have prepared, and we are gonna take the long side of the lining. We are gonna make a mark in the middle, and this time the lining is, the good side is facing down. So these two linings are facing each other, the good sides facing each other. And again, find the midline and clip it in place. And we will take it back to the sewing machine and do the same thing, 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so when we are done, we are gonna trim the edges. Now we are gonna open up both pieces, so the linings will be spread out. You can close the zipper, and now what we are gonna do, we will top stitch alongside the zipper on both sides. Okay, so now when we are done top stitching, we are gonna check if all the sides are equal. So I see I have a little left over here. Not the end of the world, we will just trim it so it's the same. Okay, so once all the excess pieces are trimmed and they are matching the lining and the front panels, we are gonna grab the front panels. They will be facing each other, and also the lining. So we have lining on one side and the main panels or the exterior panels on the other side. Make sure the handles are tucked in. And now we are gonna line it up. So let's start with the exterior pieces. So we have the zipper in between, and you want to make sure that it's all matching. So because this is how it's gonna look like from outside. So the exterior pieces, that's where we will start. They are more important than the lining. The lining is hidden inside, and it should all line up nicely. So it should be equal size. So if you follow the seam allowance and you did it the same on both sides, you cut the pieces right, it should all lined up. So let's do one side and then the other side. Okay, now we are gonna take it to the sewing machine and we are gonna start on the top down and then on the other side again from the top down. We don't want to go from the bottom up because we need these pieces on the top to line up first. So once we are done with the sides, we are gonna do the bottom. We are not gonna do these corners, we will just do the bottom. Okay, so once the bottom is done, we are gonna move to the lining side. We will line up everything and we will do the same. And before we do that, let's open up the zipper a little bit. Okay, make sure the zipper is open. And now let's line up the lining. And we will do the same procedure. So we will start on the top and slowly clip down. And on this side, we are just gonna do a little bit, few inches. You're gonna go back stitch. And then we will start again here. So we are gonna leave this space open, at least this much, because this is gonna be our place where we are gonna flip the back through. So don't forget, do a little few stitches, back stitch, leave this open, and then go back in here and again back stitch. Okay, so this side is open and we back stitched on both sides. Now we are gonna do the bottom. Okay, so when we are done, we are gonna box the corners. So let's start with the exterior panels. So you will just take the corners, you will spread it out and clip it in place. And we will do that on all four corners. Okay, so we did all four corners and now let's see how the back looks like. We are gonna turn it inside out. This is my favorite part. So we have the hole, we have the zipper open. Let's open it all the way. And there it is. It's beautiful. Who would say that from old jeans you can make such a beautiful bag? So the last thing is we have to close down the lining inside because we have one big hole on the side. So all we have to do is just, you can iron it so it's easier, and you will close it down like this and you will stitch right here. Okay, so we did the side, and that was the last step. We are gonna tuck this in. We have beautiful lining inside, a nice zipper pocket, and we have two pockets on the outside, and you can decide if this is gonna be your front or this is gonna be the front. In my case, I like this. I put my tag in here. I just wanted to show that it is done from jeans because this is the classic back pocket. I love the handles. So anyways, if you enjoyed today's tutorial and you find a value in what we do here, please subscribe, and I will see you on my next project.